would like to start off by thanking all of our sponsors that do make this entire program possible. Our founding sponsor is WellCare Home Health. The presenting sponsors are PNC Bank and Wilmington Health. Scholarship sponsor is Delta Dental. Our corporate sponsors are Lower Cape Fear Hospice, Liberty Senior Living, New Hanover Regional Medical Center, and UNCW's College of Health and Human Services. And our supporting sponsors are MEDAC, Novant Health, IT Works, Spirit Communications, the New Hanover Pender County Medical Society, Copiers Plus, Emerge Ortho, Assisted Care at Home, Personify Health, and Tropical Smoothie Cafe. If we could please have a round of applause for all of our sponsors. We'll hear from our founding and presenting sponsors in a few moments, but I'd like to share a little history with you about the awards, particularly because the founder of this awards program, Wayne Long, passed away suddenly in September. Wayne, who was the co-founder of WellCare, started the Home Healthcare Awards in 2010. Rather than just having an awards program for just his company, Wayne wanted to do something that involved the entire healthcare community. Wayne pointed out that he had done business with many people in the healthcare community for years, but everything had been done on phone and email, and oftentimes in healthcare, you never actually get to meet people in person, and he was hoping this awards program would help to change that. He successfully ran the Home Healthcare Awards for several years, and us, our marketing team at the Business Journal, worked with him to publish a special section highlighting the event and the winners. Then he said to us in 2013 that he wanted to grow the program. He said at times, for some reason, it was tough to convince competitors to come in and be part of an awards program that was being run by WellCare. So we suggested to him renaming this program Healthcare Heroes, broadening the award categories so it would have recognition in the entire healthcare community, and that the Business Journal should run the program since we're independent from any one provider. And Wayne selflessly agreed. And I remember the discussion we had around this transition. Wayne, what Wayne really emphasized was not about him getting the credit or WellCare getting the credit for starting this, but really this event should be fun. He didn't want this to be a sit-down rubber chicken dinner and listen to boring speeches like this one. He really wanted to take time to honor the extraordinary efforts of people in the community, but he really wanted it to be a fun event. And as those of you who knew Wayne can attest, he was had a very calm, soft-spoken presence. So it really struck me when we were talking about this event, and he was very excitedly talking about how people, quote, need to let their hair down at this event, which seemed ironic phrase given the conversation was between me and him. But as the event got going, sure enough, Wayne was out there on the dance floor letting his hair down. And as the event continued over the years, he remained very interested in this program. We just had a meeting with him in August about tonight, and he was very interested in the specific information about the new venue we're going to here, and all the categories and all the other details. So I do think the best thing all of us can do tonight to honor Wayne is to celebrate each other and let our hair down when the band gets going in a little bit. I'm happy to say we have with us tonight Zach Long, one of his sons, and we're going to hear now from all three of our sponsors, starting off with Zach, who's now the CEO of WellCare, and then he will be followed by Jeff James with Wilmington Health, and then Brian Stillmock with PNC Bank. If you could please welcome Zach.
My name is Zach Long. I'm the CEO of WellCare Health. I'd like to start by saying thank you on behalf of the Long family and WellCare for those touching words of tribute. That is very, very much appreciated. First, I'd like to start by extending a very warm welcome to everyone here. On behalf of WellCare, I want to say thank you to Rob and the Greater Wilmington Business Journal and everyone else who had a hand in putting this event together. This is beyond tremendous. I kind of wish you guys could see what I'm looking at right now. It's amazing. WellCare is incredibly proud to be a founding sponsor for this event and for our continued partnership with Greater Wilmington Business Journal to make sure that this recognition event continues going on into the future. I also want to take a moment to recognize the WellCare team here tonight. Please stand. This is a tremendously talented and committed group of people. WellCare is repeatedly recognized in the industry as one of the top home health and home care agencies in the nation, with 5-star ratings going back many years. So we work extremely hard to earn the trust and to provide the outcomes that we do every day. So I just wanted to take a moment to recognize you. Love you guys. This event is incredibly special to us as a Long family, and also to WellCare for many reasons. And one of which was that Wayne was such a driving force in starting it. He spoke about this event often, and he was incredibly proud of what it had become, the spirit that it had to it. He was a special person. He asked for the best in those around him, and I know the WellCare team in here can attest to that. As a dad, he was a sounding board. He was a tremendous father. He was a coach, a mentor, a friend, a confidant. I know his loss is felt by many in this room who knew him. On a personal level, he was so passionate about the healthcare industry and the opportunity that we have to do good. One of his favorite things was reading patient testimonials, stories of people whose lives were fundamentally transformed by the care delivered by the providers in this community. It was so important to him that we take time to press pause, to reflect, to appreciate what this group does on a daily basis to impact our community. As a healthcare industry, we don't always do a great job of celebrating ourselves. We're busy, we live hectic lives. By nature, we're focused on taking care of others. We give, and we give. And that's why this event is so important, and that's why this event has such a special place in Wayne's heart, is to say, for all that good that we do in the community, yeah, that's you guys. It's what we're all about. So tonight, in the spirit of that thought and Wayne's legacy, let's embrace this opportunity to celebrate one another and the impact that we all have on this community. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jeff James. I'm the CEO of Wilmington Health. I, too, would like to thank Rob. This is the 5th year that we've been fortunate enough to be one of the sponsors. Other thing I'd like to do right off the bat is also thank the veterans in the room, and for any leathernecks out there, happy belated 242nd birthday. Semper Fi. I know without you, none of this would be possible. So here's the thing. This is my favorite healthcare event of the year. We get the opportunity to celebrate the accomplishments of the recipients and the nominees. We get to hear of the life work of one of the physicians in the community. We get to remember just how good this healthcare community really is. And that's one of the things that I don't think the community recognizes. Over the years, you've heard me and others talk about making Wilmington a destination for healthcare. And every year, we get a little bit closer to it. And I want to give you an example. I'd like to give you lots of examples, but Rob's a little stingy on the time up here. So, first, some of the bad news. There are 29 million Americans that suffer from diabetes. 82 million more have prediabetes. By 2050, the CDC says that if the trends continue, 1 in 3 Americans will have diabetes. And in North Carolina, we're the 15th worst as it relates to the percentage of our population that has diabetes at 11.4%. Okay, here's the good news though. Now that body there, before I get into the good news, that body there represents the work to be done. We've got to reverse those trends. We've got to focus on population health and driving down those impacts. But on the good news though, if you do happen to have diabetes, there's no place else that you should consider consider having your care in Wilmington, and here's why. One of the things that Medicare implemented a few years ago was something called the Accountable Care Organization. There are 430 accountable care organizations in the country. There are 2 here in Wilmington. Now, what an accountable care organization is an organization that says that it's going to be responsible for 3 things: improving the health of populations, reducing the per capita cost of care, and improving the patient experience. The organizations that are accountable care organizations include the Dukes, the Chapel Hills, the Cleveland Clinics, and there are 2 here in Wilmington. These, by the very nature of them, are physician-driven organizations. One of those organizations is led by Amy Messier and Lydia Newman from the hospital's physician group. The other one is led by Dr. Jonathan Hines and Kelly Shout from our organization. One of those organizations is ranked number 4 in the country in managing diabetes, and the other one is ranked number 1 of 430. We get to celebrate that. Now, those are not my statistics. Any of you can go look those up. They're online. They're published by Medicare. And so the point is, this is an opportunity for us to celebrate the accomplishments that we have in this community, and truly it could not be done without the efforts and the accomplishments of the people you're going to hear about in just a few minutes. So again, this is why this is my favorite healthcare activity or healthcare event that I go to every year. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Zach and Jeff. I don't know what I'm going to say now, so you covered most of the points. And before I got up here, Rob said, do not be boring and do not talk too long. So I'm going to keep it brief. I'm Brian Stillmock, and I tell you, I'm with PNC Bank. I am the business banking sales manager for North Carolina. And I tell you what, this event just keeps getting better and better each year. I tell you what a beautiful venue. Nice job you guys put on. PNC wants to recognize and just let you know how much we appreciate what all of you are doing here, the nominees, the winners. It's fantastic. And as we go through the evening, we're going to hear about not just the physical needs of people in our community being cared for, but also the emotional needs. And that means a lot. That's how we have the best health care that we can get in our community. It's really been inspiring to see that the Wilmington business community has done everything they can to enhance this entrepreneurial spirit in the region while maintaining its sense of history, tradition, and culture. And PNC is committed to being an outstanding corporate citizen in the communities in which we live and we work. And this evening, we're going to be able to honor a number of you, and we appreciate all you're doing. So on behalf of PNC Bank, thank you very much, each and every one of you. Have a great evening, and look forward to hearing you soon.
For the categories, we have the judges come up to introduce the finalists and then tell you a little bit about why they felt the people that they picked should be the winners, and they'll come and introduce them. Because there are 10 categories, we like to have the judges kind of talk about their career and their accomplishments. And so we don't have time to do acceptance speeches on the Oscars, mostly because we don't have an orchestra to play them off. And as we keep pointing out, tonight is a party, it's a celebration. We want to make sure you guys have plenty of time for fellowship at the end. So with that being said, I'm going to bring up our first judge to bring up our first category, which is Brian Stillmock.
All right, so let's go ahead and bring up our first category. And we have our 3 nominees for first responder. And I think you can figure out what first responder is. They're the ones that get there first when we need help. So our three finalists we have Aaron Kasulis, EMS Manager, Battalion Chief with New Hanover Regional Medical Center. Another runner-up is Woody Sullivan, Chief, EMS Manager, Battalion Chief. And then another runner-up, we have another finalist is Philip Jewett, Paramedic and Team Leader. And we thank you very much for all you've done. And our winner in this category is Aaron Kasulis. Congratulations. Congratulations. And just one sec, I'm going to just want to tell you a little bit about Aaron. So some of the comments that we got, and we're going to have you come up here just a second here. So he has had a real interest since the time he was a kid, in helping people, saving lives. He was involved with Boy Scouts and also being certified in first aid with Boy Scouts, lifeguard certification, and he felt that being a paramedic was his calling. And if you read the comments from the individuals that nominated him, you could see that just from a very young age, this is something that he had a real desire for, and we have certainly seen that. And he's been doing this for about, 22 years? And he's an EMS Battalion Chief. And he has worked with the Azalea Festival, Riverfest, UNCW, Hanover County Schools. And here's something that's very interesting, and he can give you more details about it. Sadly, we have to have this because it is a need, but he has looked for funding when it comes to kits to control hemorrhaging if there are emergencies in public settings. And this is something that he's got a lot of passion about, and you can talk to him in more detail, but it's pretty amazing what he's done. And some of the safety plans and medical coverage that he's put together, one of the big events here, golf tournament, you were heavily involved in that. So it's amazing to see just how dedicated you are to help people, to save lives. Thank you, Aaron. Come on up, and let's get your award. All right, so let's go ahead, and we're going to look into our second category here. And again, we have, once again, 3 stellar individuals in the healthcare professional. And here are our finalists. We have Kevin Briggs, Administrative Director of Pathology and Laboratory Services. We have Sarah Bishop, Social Worker, the Davis Community. And we have Deke Walden, Orthopedic Physician. Nice. Got some fans in the audience. And our winner is Kevin Briggs. Yeah. So Kevin, somewhere, there you are, Kevin. Didn't recognize you with a bow tie this evening. Looking good. Now, a couple things about Kevin. He is, again, the comments that came in, just the concern and care that you have for people. Kevin is a servant leader who influences creative organizations. He has a very positive, engaging manner about him. When you talk to him, you will certainly see that. And he developed a very strong work ethic and a desire to help people from the time he was a little kid. So we kind of see this reoccurring theme that this is almost like your calling. And he was a graduate of University of South Carolina in Columbia. And as a laboratory manager for anatomic and molecular pathology, Kevin was named a Leader of Excellence back in 2008. And his endorsement of automation and other innovative technologies led to a fully automated microbiology system that's being implemented to help improve the lives of others. So thank you very much for all you're doing. Come on up, Kevin, and you are a winner this evening. Congratulations.
Good evening. I'm Henry Hawthorne, retired pediatrician. I have to put on my glasses so I can see. Maybe I wish I would have more light up here next time, please. It really is my honor to be here and to be asked to present 2 awards tonight, to the volunteer category and also for the physician category. Every person that was nominated and every person that's here is truly a hero, a medical hero. First, I'm going to talk about the volunteer category, and it honors volunteer or volunteers with a health care provider or another health organization who is considered exemplary by people within those organizations. And the nominees are Common Thread, Pillow Ministry, Pine Valley United Methodist Church. Mike, would you please stand up? Those that are here with the Pillow Ministry, thank you. Mike and Gloria Foss, volunteers, Novant Health Medical Center. And theirs is a pet ministry, which is very warm to my heart. And Amy Herman, founder of Wilmington Childhood Cancer Support Group. And the winner is Common Thread Pillowcase Ministry. And as you come up, I'm going to say a few words about what you do so people will really know. The Pillowcase Ministry is a women's circle of Pine Valley United Methodist Church. 15 women gather together once a month to sew pillowcases, to decorate the pillowcases, and these are given to people in hospice and end-of-life care, for AIDS patients, and for others who are homebound and end of life. They have at this point in time made over 5,500 now pillowcases. Oh, what a wonderful service to our community. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The second award that I am honored to present is a Physician Category Award. It honors a physician whose performance and dedication to excellence in the practice of medicine is considered exemplary by patients, peers, and other healthcare providers. The nominees in this, and believe me, this was a tough category because everyone is so deserving. Joanne Allen, Dr. Catherine Dom, Wilmington Health, and Scott Visser, Family Medicine, Wilmington Health. And the winner is Joanne Allen. I have to tell you, this is more than special for me to get to present this to Ann Allen, a very special person in my life, a neighbor, a fifth cousin, helped me look after my children as they were growing up. A wonderful person, helped me through 2 hip replacements. Ann is a board certified physical medicine and rehabilitation specialist. She has recently been elected as trustee of the American College of Sports Medicine. Ann Allen is past president of the New Hanover County Pender County Medical Society, obviously a member of the North Carolina Medical Society, one of the team physicians with the UNC Wilmington men's soccer team, has been a team doctor in 9 different summer and winter Olympic Games for the Paralympics. She also works very closely with our schools in the concussion program and training people for that and how to recognize concussions and how to look after them. Ann has her own practice, Allen Orthopedics and Sports.
Allen Spine and Sports Medicine. Close enough.
Spines and Sport Medicine
And Emerge Ortho.
and Emerge Ortho. Ann, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, sweetie. You're not supposed
And I'm breaking the rules to say thank you to the Greater Wilmington Business Journal, all the sponsors, the unbelievable community physician group we have that we work with on a day-to-day basis. Every physician in this community deserves this. Thank you to my family and friends for being here.
I don't know if it says anything, but every year it's the physician category who breaks the rules on the acceptance speech. Take from that what you will and what that means about doctors. We want to take a break in the categories real quick because at all of our award ceremonies and also at our sister publication, Wilma Magazine, we feel like it's very important that while we are honoring the accomplishments of those in our community, we're also keeping an eye out towards the future and the talent pipeline up ahead and the folks who are going to be here on this stage hopefully several years from now. So every year we do scholarships for health studies students at both Cape Fear Community College and at UNCW. And so this year, to present those scholarships and to tell you a little bit about those students and why they're achieving great things already, we have Representative CEO from Delta Dental to come up. And Kurt's going to tell you a little bit about who is chosen this year for our scholarship recipients.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. My name is Kurt Laddick, CEO of Delta Dental of North Carolina. You know, the attainment and maintenance of good health is a strong thread through the fabric of our community. It is vital to the educational attainment, the productivity, the economic vitality, and the well-being of all of the neighborhoods in our shared community. So Delta Dental is pleased to be the sponsor and to recognize this year's scholarship recipients who are up-and-coming leaders in this healthcare industry. You know, at Delta Dental, I like to say that we're in the smile-making business. We are a nonprofit dental insurance company whose mission is to improve the oral health of the communities that we serve throughout this great state. And we fulfill our mission in two ways. First, with the largest network of dentists throughout this state, we provide the broadest access to affordable oral care for employer groups and individuals across this state. And second, and something that I'm very proud of, is that as a nonprofit dental insurance company, our residual is used to give back to our communities, and we help the underserved throughout our communities. You know, tooth decay is the most common chronic disease amongst children today, yet it's preventable. 27% of the children entering kindergarten in North Carolina have tooth decay, and a third of them are missing critical class instruction time. So, we began a program 6 years ago called Smiles for Kids. And through that program, we've now contributed $350,000 that's helped 125,000 underserved children from the mountains to this beautiful coast receive access to oral care or oral health education that they otherwise would not have received. Thank you. So it is my honor to introduce 4 young women who will also be a part of improving the health of our shared communities. So let's get started. I have 4 recipients to present to you, and as they each come forward, my understanding is that they will come forward and come up on the stage, stay here, and then we'll take a group photo when all 4 are up here. Okay? Does that sound good? All right. With that, again, let's get started. We're going to begin with Cape Fear Community College students. Juliana Burke. Juliana Burke is currently completing her 2nd year at Cape Fear Community College as she works toward earning her associate degree in nursing. Originally from Connecticut, she received her bachelor's degree in psychology from the University of Rhode Island. Shortly after earning her degree, Juliana relocated to Wilmington. We're happy for that. Welcome. To continue to pursue her passion for helping others by expanding her career to the healthcare field as a registered nurse. After graduating this coming May, she will pursue a career as one of the many dedicated, compassionate healthcare professionals in Wilmington, with plans to continue her education in becoming a nursing instructor. So let's congratulate Juliana. So I might have missed a step here. So our next is Leanne Green. Let's ask Leanne to come forward, please. Leanne, also from Cape Fear Community College, was born and raised in Wilmington, North Carolina. Leanne Green graduated from New Hanover High School in 2014 with a passion for helping people. Her interest in healthcare was inspired by the bad labor experience that her mom had while pregnant with her, and her own experiences going in and out of the hospital as a child to treat her severe asthma. Terrified while hooked up to tubes and machines that were trying to help her breathe, it was the hospital staff who made Leanne feel safe. Her goal is to make all of her patients feel the same. After working in a hospital, Leanne's goal is to travel the country and maybe even the world as a traveling sonographer. So let's congratulate Leanne. And our third recipient, and I'm going to apologize if I butcher the name because this crowd was so huge this evening. What a great turnout. I couldn't find my last two recipients to understand how to pronounce the name, so I apologize up front. So it's Jade Apostolico. Hopefully I got that right, okay, with UNC Wilmington School of Social Work. Let's have Jade come forward. Jade is in her senior year at the University of North Carolina Wilmington School of Social Work. Her desire to concentrate in medical social work is inspired by her mother, a licensed clinical social worker who uses a highly personalized, holistic, and interdisciplinary approach to healthcare. As a social worker, Jade will serve as an advocate for patients as they navigate their patient care network of professionals. She's already gaining practical experience as an intern with the Carousel Center, serving as an advocate for children who are victims of sexual or physical abuse. With plans to pursue a PhD in social work, Jade's ultimate goal is to advance interdisciplinary understanding to healthcare approaches through research and by mentoring social work students. So again, let's congratulate Jade. And our last for the evening is Anna Grohl. So hopefully, again, I pronounced that correct, with the UNC Wilmington School of Nursing. Serving her country, yeah, there we go. Serving her country as both a registered nurse and a military officer has been a dream of Anna's for years, a desire rooted in part in her father's influence as an officer of 27 years. And thank you, sir, on this Veterans Day for your service. Following her graduation from the University of North Carolina Wilmington School of Nursing, Anna will be directly commissioned into the United States Army as an officer in the Army Nurse Corps, where she will lead. She will lead a team of healthcare professionals in providing patient care. After gaining critical care experience in the clinical setting, she will pursue training as a certified registered nurse. As an advanced practice nurse, Anna will guide entry-level nurses in their caregiving, as well as encourage and lead the implementation of evidence-based knowledge into clinical practice. Let's congratulate Anna. So ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2017 Healthcare Heroes Scholarship Award winners. Photo right here in the middle. Okay.
My name is Johnsy Davis, and I am a nurse, and I am so honored and excited to recognize our finalists in the nurses category. This category honors nurses that are compassionate and demonstrates exemplary care to our patients, peers, and healthcare providers. So at this time, I would like to recognize our nurses. As I call your name, will you please stand? Lowell Higgins, Jr. New Hanover Regional Medical Center Pediatric Infusion Coordinator. Tracy Hall. Tracy is an RN Breast Care Clinic Coordinator at Wilmington Health Surgery. Deb Goffner. Deb is a grief and wellness RN and healthcare advisor and CPR instructor, Wilmington Healing with Hope. So again, please recognize our 3 finalists. So at this time, I have an opportunity to introduce you to our winner. And I'm going to leave it to the end to announce the winner. This winner is described as passionate and advocates for the needs of kids in the Wilmington region. This finalist's enthusiasm and smile draws out even the most reserved child. As an advocate, this finalist recognized the problems families within our community were experiencing by having to travel several hours outside our community for care. Recognizing a need, this person established a delivery of care model which allowed children to remain closer to home. Now, local children can receive their treatment in the morning and return to school by lunchtime. Understanding the stress caused by chronic diseases to children and their families, this nurse established the Pediatric Infusion Program, which treats 50 children a month in a comfortable and fun environment. So at this time, I'm happy to announce the 2000 Healthcare Hero winner in the nurses category, Lowell Higgins, Jr. For our next category, I have an honor to introduce our 3 finalists in the nurse practitioner and physician assistant category. This category again honors nurse practitioners and physician assistants whose performance is considered exemplary by patients, peers, and other healthcare providers. Our 3 finalists for this category, and again, if you will stand as I call your name, Bruce Williams. Bruce is a family nurse practitioner, Black River Health Services. Next, Darrell Turlington. Darrell is a physician assistant inpatient care specialist, Novant Health Brunswick Medical Center. Aaron Williamson. Aaron is a family nurse practitioner, Med-North Health Center. So again, if you would recognize our 3 finalists. At this time, I have an opportunity to read some information about the winner of this category. This healthcare professional has always placed the need of patients and community first. This person is described as a shining example for their professional role in providing a high-quality health care to the underserved in their local community. This care has been essential to many in the area. Throughout the years, this finalist has served as a teacher, a mentor, and a colleague to hundreds of individuals involved in health care. This finalist has provided both medical and spiritual care to multiple generations of patients. This finalist has also been described as the epitome of what one wishes for in a healthcare provider, representing a combination of an old country doctor with the knowledge and skills of modern healthcare. So it's now my pleasure to introduce the winner for the nurse practitioner and physician assistant category, Bruce Williams.
Good evening, I'm back. So it is my honor to present to you the finalists for the Community Achievement Award. So Community Achievement Award honors an individual or team who successfully implemented a program addressing a problem in healthcare administration or delivery. Our 3 Community Achievement finalists are, and would each of them please stand as I announce their names, Olivia Herndon, a Director of Mental Health and Public Health for CHEC and the New Hanover Regional Medical Center. Olivia. Jana Jones-Halls, an Executive Director for Blue Ribbon Commission on the Prevention of Youth Violence. Jana. And third, the Sunrise Kids Program, Marty Hernandez, a children's bereavement counselor for the Lower Cape Fear Hospice. And I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner and have the person come forward. The 2017 Community Achievement Award winner is Olivia Herndon. So as Olivia comes forward, I'd like to tell you a little bit about her. She has achieved great success in the community while collaborating with stakeholders to combat the opioids epidemic. Positive impacts were not limited to the healthcare industry, but have been felt in the institutions of education and government, which led to the passing of the STOP Act. So again, let's congratulate Olivia. The next award goes to the Community Outreach Award. And this honors an individual or team who successfully communicated to the community about a significant health issue, including new treatments and best practices, health treats, and community education initiatives. So again, if each would stand as I announce their names, our 3 community outreach finalists are Patrick Alakmi, a physical therapy assistant. Patrick? A physical therapy assistant for New Hanover Regional Medical Center Rehabilitation Hospital. Montrell Miller. Montrell is a prevention specialist for Coastal Horizons Center. And LaShonda Wallace. LaShonda? LaShonda is an advanced nurse practitioner for, again, the New Hanover Regional Medical Center, an executive director and founder for Seeds of Healing Incorporated, and a radio host, Time for Community Health talk show at Gospel Joy. So, this year's award winner is Patrick Lockamy. As Patrick comes forward, I'd like to tell you a little bit about him. He has maximized outreach in the community while proactively advocating and creating education programs to help those with disabilities becoming safer, self-sufficient, and to thrive. Impeccable interpersonal skills are utilized to advise patients, families, coworkers, students, and volunteers. With the heart of a servant, this person consistently serves as a teacher, mentor, and on multiple committees and councils, including the City of Wilmington Mayor's Council for People with Disabilities. Let's again congratulate Patrick.
Good evening. I think I'm the last one, so you're almost at the end. I will let you know, my name is Kelly Erla. I'm the Chief Medical Officer with Lower Cape Fear Hospice. I just moved to this community 10 months ago, so I'm new and I'm really happy to be here. I came from Savannah, Georgia, via Northern Ontario, Canada, so it's still warmer here. It's still warmer. I'll promise you that. Okay, so the first category that I'm going to deal with is healthcare executive. And this category honors an individual whose job performance is considered exemplary by people within their organization, peers, and community members. The finalists are, as you can see on the screen, John Devaney, CEO, Cape Fear. Would you please stand? Good. Althea Johnson, who's the CEO of Med North Health Center. And Henry Hawthorne III, who's the administrator of oncology services for New Hanover Regional Medical Center and the Zimmer Cancer Center. It was very difficult to pick one finalist, as all have contributed so much to the community, and I mean it was very difficult. We looked at all the applications, we looked at the finalists, it was very difficult. The winner in this category is dedicated to helping the medically underserved in our region. This person, through strong leadership, has successfully developed a 1-night-a-week free clinic into a full-time 5-day-a-week holistic center. He transformed the program to focus on strategy and policy, expanded clinical programs, improved collaboration with other providers in the community, increased the service area, increased the number of patients seen, expanded the much-needed mental health visits and pharmacy service, and developed far-reaching immunization program and increased the clinic's return on investment. This clinic has received recognition by state and national organizations as one of the top charitable clinics in North Carolina. The Cape Fear Clinic board president has stated, he has had more to do with less. No one knows what changes the U.S. healthcare systems will face in the coming years. No one knows. But with his courageous and creative leadership, Cape Fear Clinic will be ready for the future. The healthcare hero in this category is John Devaney. I've learned a lot in the last participating in this. Innovation in healthcare. This category honors an individual or team behind a new scientific discovery, procedure, treatment, or device that can save lives, improve the quality of life for a large number of people. The finalists are Kevin McNabb, Director of Microbiology, Immunology, Molecular Testing, Department of Pathology and Lab Services at New Hanover Medical Regional Center. Please stand. Dr. Sarah Town, who's the Chief Medical Officer at Med North Regional Health Center. Please stand. And Dr. Austin Yergin, who is the orthopedic surgeon and regenerative medicine pioneer at Regenerative Medicine Clinic. The winner in this category has a history of being a career U.S. Army officer. This person has a passion for their work and understands the need to work with all staff, clinical to administrative, to implement changes to provide actionable results. Under their leadership, the microbiology lab has become the first fully automated microbiology lab in North Carolina, allowing patients to be diagnosed and treated 2 to 3 days sooner. He brought rapid molecular identification for blood cultures, which decreased the time to identify infection and start right antibiotics sooner. These are just a few of his accomplishments. The importance of his work is that it directly led to better patient outcomes, reduced length of hospital stay, reduced unnecessary treatments, allowed faster treatment at the same time reducing cost. Under his guidance, the lab has won awards, New Hanover Regional Medical Center Medical Staff Quality Improvement Award and the Silver Touchstone Award from the Carolina Healthcare System. He is also involved in his community, contributing to charity work and education. In his nomination, it was stated, in all his successes, he exhibits teamwork, declaring, quote from him, No man is an island, and everything I've worked on includes a myriad of staff across the New Hanover Regional Medical Center network. His innovative changes in providing improved accuracy and efficiency in lab testing has made him a healthcare hero in this category. And the winner is Kevin McNabb.
I know we're clapping a lot this evening, but can we do one more round of applause for all the finalists and winners? I know when Kelly was talking about it being a difficult decision, that is not underplaying it. There was a very competitive field this year, and I think everyone should be proud for being part of the program this year. At this part of the program, we want to recognize this year's Lifetime Achievement Award. And every year, we bestow this upon a local health provider who has, through the course of their career, made a real impact on care in our community. If you are an avid reader of the Business Journal, and I choose to believe that everyone in this room is, you already know who this year's recipient is and some of the work that he has been doing. But we also wanted you to hear in the words of someone who knows him very well, who's a former patient of his, Connie Hill.
There's a lot of you out there. That's probably why they put us up front, so we don't see all of y'all. We don't get nervous, which is why I wrote my speech. The Healthcare Heroes Lifetime Achievement Award honors an individual for going above and beyond to make a difference in their community and in their field. Whether it is innovation or compassion, this individual is nominated by their peers for having a lifetime impact on their community and those they serve. This year's recipient has served over 4,000 women diagnosed with breast cancer in his 21-year practice in Wilmington. During his plastic surgery residency at Georgetown University, he felt called to focus on breast cancer reconstruction because he wanted to help women feel whole again. Not only the physical aspect of being whole, but the emotional aspect as well. He recognized that breast cancer not only wounds a woman's physical body, but it wounds a woman's spirit as well. He knew he would offer true compassion along with innovation in order to focus on the emotional healing in addition to the physical. He would also focus on the community support efforts of those diagnosed with breast cancer, because it takes a village to provide complete support for women diagnosed with breast cancer, and he recognized that. He wrote personal checks to startup organizations when he knew their mission would truly serve his patients and there was a community need for their support. For all of these reasons and so many more, that is what makes this year's recipient so deserving of the Lifetime Achievement Award. And how would I know all of these things about Dr. Cage, you might ask? Well, 14 years ago, this week actually, I was diagnosed with aggressive invasive breast cancer. I was 34 years old with 2 children, aged 1 and 3 at the time. I was emotionally devastated. Bilateral mastectomy, they said. Oophorectomy, they recommended. Aggressive meant chemotherapy. And as much as I would claim my hair in the name of Jesus Christ, it was going to fall out, they said. After several appointments and second opinions, I landed at Dr. K's office. I was mentally exhausted, and I could not imagine how anyone was going to make me feel normal or beautiful after all that. When Dr. K's entered the room, he greeted me as a friend, not a doctor. He focused on me, not the cancer. He promised to make me whole again and put me back together, and that's just what he did. And I know y'all can't see, but he did it really beautifully right away. He was such a positive and bright light in an otherwise very dark time in my life, when all the world around me was about statistics and death. Dr. Case focused on making me beautiful and focused on my emotional well-being instead of just the surgical reconstruction. And by doing that, my reconstruction was not only physically perfect and perky, but I was emotionally reconstructed as well. And Dr. Case healed my spirit by healing my beauty. When I was asked to present the Healthcare Heroes Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. Charles Case, I could think only of the honor it would give me to stand before you all today and present this award to my friend, my earthly angel, and forever my hero, Dr. Charles Case.
She's right, there are a lot of people here. Gosh, how do I don't even know what to say after something like that other than, Connie, I love you, and I always did, and I always will. Rob's told me to keep it short, so I will. And more importantly, my wife has said that she's hungry, so we're gonna go quick. As I'm reminded every day that behind every good doctor, there is a better staff. And I want to take this opportunity to thank my incredible staff. Like Connie said, it takes a village to get somebody through this. And their commitment, their compassion, their involvement is just incredible. And they're here this evening, and I want to thank my staff for everything they do to help me and my patients. Stand up. Thank you. And they're really pretty too, can you tell? I have been blessed, truly blessed, to have had the opportunity to care for so many women with breast cancer. And if you ask me who really deserves the Lifetime Achievement Award, I think you all know it's those women that, even though they're battling breast cancer, they still keep their families together, they keep their careers on track. They are incredible individuals, and they have been and still will always be role models for me. They not only make me a better doctor every day, they really make me a more appreciative husband, a better father, and in the end, a better human being. So all those women that I've cared for all those years, I thank you for everything you do for me, because it's just as much as what I can do for you. Lastly, but certainly not least, I want to thank my beautiful wife, Carol, who, even though she's hungry, right, has been with me 30 years almost, through tough times, the good times, the hard times, the nights that I was up all night and came home and probably was a little irritable, has always been there for me. And I love you and thank you very much. Also, I want to thank her for the two most incredible gifts she could ever give me, which are my two daughters. They're both here, Lily and Grace. Could you all stand? I truly am a wealthy man, and thank you so much, the Wilmington Business Journal. I hope that I didn't go on too long, and I love you guys, and again, thank you very much.
Real quickly, because Rob has also told me that I shouldn't monopolize the time as well. I just want to solidify that reputation for him tonight. Thank you, Connie, for those beautiful words. I feel like if we had everyone's patients up here who you've worked with or helped, they would have similar stories of how much you've helped them and how you're a hero in their eyes. So we want to congratulate you one more time and thank you for coming out.